Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm filming my January anti-haul video. So if you are on a low buy or a no buy, this is definitely the video for you. I always sit down and film a monthly anti-haul because it's a fun way to look back on the previous month and just chit chat and roast about all the products that we skipped on. So that's basically it. Let's get into it. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. My name is KARENHARRIS. I like to film tan girl friendly makeup videos here on YouTube. I do post quite often, so highly recommend subscribing, turning on that bell so you're notified every time I post. And without further blabbering, let's get into it. So if you're wondering about this eye look, I'm actually wearing something that is already available. It's a Blend Bunny palette, but I'm working on some content for March, so trying to get ahead of the schedule here, and so you guys will see this hopefully soon. Stay tuned. Now let's go ahead and get into this anti-haul. I'm going to move my chair to the side so we can put up some pictures. But let's start off with this Cheez-It and Nails Inc. collab. I feel like this is kind of an easy one. I feel like it's a little unfair that I'm anti-hauling this, but I will say I do love nail polish and I really like Nails Inc. I remember being in college and Nails Inc. used to be on the Sephora website. I don't think they are anymore, but their nail polishes were like expensive for my college girl budget, so whenever I could snag one, I was like really proud of myself. I haven't bought one in a while. I'm trying. In 2024, one of my things, like one of my personal goals, is to just try and get my nails done. It's honestly just so nice for my mental health because I feel like I did something for myself every couple of weeks, and it is nice to have your nails done on camera. I don't really do my hair ever for my YouTube videos, so I'm at least trying to get my nails done. So we'll see. I know it's very early on in the year, and it might not seem like a big thing, but for me it is. So I've been trying not to buy nail polishes just because it's pretty pricey to get your nails done. So yeah, either which way, it's a skip, but I do love that orange shade. I actually think both shades are beautiful, but it's a skip for me. We also had some new stuff from Fenty Skin. So they dropped the Cherry Dub Blah 2. That literally sounds like a made-up name. Anyway, it says it's an illuminating face mask, 5% AHA, brightens the skin and reduces dark spots. That sounds lovely. I definitely have not felt the need to buy a face mask in quite some time. Clarins sends me face masks ever so often, and I'm still in the process of trying to use those up. I haven't had the time to do a face mask except once this year, so yeah, I definitely don't feel the need to stock up on face masks. They also have a Luxe Balm. This is a ultra hydrating cherry lip balm. I'm not a big cherry fan. I will say I did buy the Fenty cherry lip oil, and I do prefer that one over the peach one, I think, the orange one, because I got the duo they had over holiday, and I don't usually like cherry, but I actually like the cherry one over the peach one. So there's a fun fact for you, but I'm all set on lip balms for the moment. And then we have the Plush Pudding Plumping Lip Mask with Kalahari Melon. And this one I feel like is such a hyped lip balm, and I did buy it when it initially launched. It just didn't work for me. I feel like it didn't add any extra hydration, so I don't need a limited edition or a new version or a new flavor in my life either. Now, this is some low-hanging fruit, but we have to roast the Sea Turtle collection from Chantecaille. I feel like Chantecaille is such an easy no for me. This is a very cute collection. The packaging is gorgeous. I also love sea turtles. I'm from an island. We have sea turtles there. Sea turtle conservation is a big thing where I'm from. So I love that. I love the cause, and I hope all of the funds that they typically donate with their collection is going to a wonderful charity or however they do it. I know there's some kind of like cause behind it, but there is a sea turtle eyeshadow trio and a sea turtle lip collection. I just had like a thought of like how beautiful of a collection you could do that was like sea turtle themed. I've seen a lot of like ocean themed palettes, but it would be cool if there was one that like focused on marine life. Either which way, it's a very sophisticated take on sea turtles, I guess. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to find words, but realistically, it's so boring. So it's an easy pass for me. Pat McGrath is just, oh my god, she's just going down, like downhill. 2024, off to a rough start. We have this limited edition Bronze Borealis Lunar New Year edition. This is such beautiful packaging. And then on the inside we have womp 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 shades that already exist. I feel like the people that celebrate Lunar New Year deserve better. Pat McGrath, okay? If you're gonna make us a holiday collection that is all these big palettes and all these things, why can't you make a palette, a quad that's unique and new for the Lunar New Year? Do the people that celebrate Lunar New Year not deserve that from you? I mean, seriously. I mean, I guess if you don't have it, that's great. And like the red envelope, that's so cute, but I feel like it's a tragedy. I feel like it's a tragedy. Okay, next we have from Real Techniques. This is something I would buy if I didn't have all of this stuff in different shades. So they launched a Pastel Pop collection. We have the Pastel Pop Frosted Lids Eye Makeup Brush Set, Pastel Pop Pumped Up Base Makeup Brush Set. We've got a cosmetics bag. The one thing I really want is the 2-in-1 dual-sided powder puff. I used that the other day in a video because I bought it, and it's so good, and I love this like pastel color. At the end of the day, you really shouldn't buy sponges for the colors because once they absorb foundation, it's really hard to get it off. So it's kind of silly that I fall for these colors, but it is really cute. I didn't end up buying it because, like I said, I have the original, but it is adorable. So I'll give them points for that, but I did end up passing on that. This was really hard because I love trying everything Hourglass comes out with. They launched a new Shape and Sculpt lip liner. I've heard these are really nice and like long lasting. My problem is the shades. They're all a little too mauve for me. And then there's a dark shade called Silhouette, I think, that looks more berry, and a red called Insight. So I just wish there was more of a brown tone. I guess Candid looks a little bit brown, so I could see myself maybe picking one up during the Ulta sale or during a Sephora sale, but I didn't want to pay full price, so I decided to skip. But I have heard really, really good things, and I would like to try it out in the future. This is something I definitely put in my Sephora cart, and I was like, Karen, you already have one of these products, so absolutely not. But Tower 28 launched a collab with Kung Fu Panda 4 for the Lunar New Year. I feel like this is cute. Like, this makes sense. Yes, one of the products is a re-promote, but one of the products is new, and I think the packaging is adorable. I feel like Pat McGrath should take some notes. So they launched this cream blush and lip gloss kit. It's a limited edition, 2 full-size new and exclusive shades for $28. So I have the gloss in the shade Magic, but I didn't have the blush in Dumpling Hour, which is a red. It's so cute. The PR for this looked so cute. I definitely contemplated buying it, but I didn't really use any of my Tower 28 blushes in 2023. And so I told myself that that's not really a smart move for my wallet. So I passed, but it's so cute. Next we have a collection from Essence. This is their Love, Luck, and Dragons collection for the Lunar New Year. I honestly think this is so cute. This is a drugstore brand, and everything looks very well put together. The packaging is beautiful. So yeah, overall it's a stunning collection. I just wasn't interested in it, so I decided to pass. The ColourPop and Twilight, I feel like, was somewhat easy for me to say no to, but in the sense of being a reviewer, I was like, oh, maybe I should buy it and review it. But the thing with ColourPop, and I've said this so many times on my channel, is that by the time you order it and you get your collection in, it's a little too late. Plus, they have a pretty big PR list, so most people already review the stuff in PR anyway. So I didn't really feel the need to. Plus, I really don't like Twilight. I'm pretty sure I said that in a new makeup release video, and some of you actually agreed with me. So I was happy that we're on the same page when it comes to Twilight, because oh my god, those books were so awful to read. I read them in college and it was painful for me, like actual pain. So anyway, I know a lot of people were really excited that they did a collab with Twilight, and they did some really beautiful products. I think everything looked pretty good. I was tempted by the palette because it had like a grungy green vibe to it, but in the end, I think the collection sold out in like 5 seconds. And then I wasn't like trying to hunt it down at Ulta or anything like that. So it ended up being a skip, but also it like did really well for them. So I guess ColourPop gets the last laugh, not me. But I was happy that, you know, it worked out the way it worked out, and I wasn't like pining over it. So that's always nice when I'm not sitting around like wishing I could get my hands on something that was impossible to get a hold of. Okay, so I'm going to anti-haul part of the Natasha Denona Berry Pop collection. I already did get the Cheek Trio. I think it's cute. It definitely looks a little more red because of the packaging. I think it's more of like a mauvey tone on me. But then she also did a lipstick and a lip crayon in the shade Cherry Mauve, and it's beautiful. I don't have anything against red lipstick. I just have so many lip products that it didn't make any sense for me to buy it. So I did go ahead and pass on it. But I really like the idea of doing something small and curated for like Valentine's, but it not being an eyeshadow palette. I think that was kind of a smart thing for her to do, just to like switch it up a little bit, do something different from every other brand. Okay, next we have the Kylie Cosmetics Power Plush Longwear Foundation. This instantly blurs skin to leave you with a flawless airbrush finish that stays put for 12 hours in 40 shades with medium buildable coverage plus new foundation brush and setting spray. Honestly, I feel like if anybody could do foundation decently, it was probably Kylie, just because between all her family members, they have so many different skin tones. So I feel like testing it out wouldn't be a problem. I feel like you guys think I'm joking, but I'm really not, because I even think about myself, like if I ever did a color cosmetics collab between my husband, my kids, my parents, like we have so many different skin tones just in our little family that I would feel really bad if I came out with something that wasn't flattering on light skin tones and dark skin tones and medium skin tones. So I feel like, you know, if you had some skin in the game, I feel like having a large family with such a diverse background would be a really good way to come out with multiple foundation shades, just because I'm sure you hear from like your sisters like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying because I can't, or maybe I'm totally off. Maybe their family is too big and they probably don't ever do their makeup anyway. What do I know? I have no idea. Either which way, the shade range looks pretty decent. I probably won't get this because I bought so many foundations in January and February. Like, I was doing really great, and then I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't have any new foundations. Like, all my foundations feel old and crusty. And then I went from like not buying any to buying like 10 in like a short span of time. So I have no business buying any more foundations. I'm testing one out right now. So yeah, it was an easy skip, but let me know what you think about Kylie's foundation. Have you tried it? Are you curious? What's the tea? Okay, next we have the Heart's Desire collection from Pat McGrath. So this is a eyeshadow quad and some lipsticks as well as a highlighter. I definitely thought that this collection was going to be something super duper impressive, and then I saw the inside and I was so disappointed. On top of it, I'm not sure if this is confirmed, but I saw a few posts online where these shades were already in her holiday collection, like one of those big eye and face palettes. So I thought that was even more disappointing, because by the time those palettes went on sale, you could easily get them for less than $56, so I don't know why you would get this quad. And I will say the lipsticks definitely caught my eye. The shade Nude Nocturne, I definitely wouldn't mind having that, but I'm trying not to buy any more lipsticks. I mean, I buy lipsticks here and there, but I have tried the matte formula from Pat McGrath and I love it, but I just don't need any more and I can't justify buying any more. And then we have the highlighter, which look really cute, and I do love her highlighters as well. Again, it's something I have, so I just couldn't justify paying for them, or at least getting them at full price. I guess I could keep an eye out, see if they go on sale. I could grab them then, but for now, it's a skip. And yeah, Pat McGrath has just been dropping the ball, in my opinion. Next, we have the Fuchsia Flex Gloss Bomb from Fenty. This is a holographic deep fuchsia. On me, I think this would be pretty. I just don't prefer these tones. I did see Deandra Nicole showed this on Instagram. She had purchased it, and she has a deeper skin tone than me, and it looked beautiful on her. So if you've been eyeing this, I'm sure it would look gorgeous on light skin tones, dark skin tones, medium skin tones. I just don't love wearing berry lipsticks, so I decided to go ahead and skip it. This is another thing that I would have bought if I was into the entire palette. But these are the Maracuja Juicy Eye and Cheek palettes from Tarte. They're an all-in-one palette with 12 rosy bronze and neutral shades. And there's 2 cream blushes and 1 cream contour shade. $52 each, peach and pink and red and berry. I would have definitely considered the red and berry because of that beautiful red blush. It looks to be a cream blush. And I know some people said in my community tab that they don't really like products like this where there are cheek and eye products, and it doesn't typically bother me because they're great for travel, but I do have my Natasha Denona Glam face palette, so I can't justify it that way. I do wish they had put some kind of cover though on the blush and contour shades just so the powder products wouldn't fall in there, because that is very likely to happen. But I think it's actually a good release from Tarte. I haven't seen them do something like that in a long time, so it looks very, very cute. Okay, I did skip this Laneige lip balm in Cotton Candy. I really don't think the sleeping masks are that hydrating for me personally, but this Cotton Candy is just so appealing. They know how to market this stuff. The pink and the blue swirl is so freaking cute. I saw the tester at Sephora and it smelled really nice too, but in the end I decided to skip it because at the end of the day, I don't like the formula. I don't think it does anything for me. And I have a lot of lip balm, so I did skip it. We have from Smashbox. This is another thing that's intriguing to me, but I just don't need an entire face palette. These are their Halo Sculpt and Glow face palettes with vitamin E, all-in-one contour, blush, and highlighter palette with 4 cushiony shades to build effortless, natural looking color and dimension. $45 each. So we have pink saturation, berry saturation, coral saturation, and back to Cali. The coral one is definitely like so me with that orangey looking blush. I love it so much, but yeah, in the end, it's just too many products in one little palette, and so I passed on it. I think it would be nice to see them launch this as a separate collection, or like do individual shades just so you can pick what you want. Oh my gosh, I think I'm the only person on this earth that didn't freak out about this new Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Beauty Icon lipsticks. These are the pinks and the reds. I think the timing is perfect. The packaging is perfect. I did acquire a new Charlotte Tilbury lipstick. I think in the month of January, I bought the Sephora Perfect Pout lip set, and that had a full-size Charlotte Tilbury pillow top in the medium shade, which I really, really enjoy. But there's really not much I love about mauvey pinks, or like, I don't mind wearing a red lip, but when I wear a red lip, I do like it to be a liquid lipstick just because I think it's a little bit less high maintenance if it's a liquid lipstick. Overall, I think this is a beautiful concept. I know people were going crazy for this. I just look at those swatches and I'm like, none of those shades are anything that I want. So I did skip it. They also came out with some lip liners, And yeah, it did not affect me at all. And since a lot of things make me like have so much FOMO, I'm just gonna be so happy that I didn't want that. Okay, here's another thing I wanted to buy, but again, it's a lip product, and I'm on what I like to call a loose lip low buy. So this is the e.l.f. Pout Clout Lip Plumping Pen, and it's an all-in-one lip plumper, gloss, and balm that drenches lips in sheer wash of color. I'm wearing a pen like that too today. I'm wearing the NYX Fat Oil Slick Click pen in this shade. I think this is link in my bio or something like that. It has a very like, yeah, catchy influencer name. So it's super cute. That one is not plumping though, and I feel like e.l.f. just has been on such a high, and I want to try more of their products, but I don't need this, so I did decide to skip it. Okay, so the next thing I almost bought is the Tatcha Matcha Cleanser Daily Clarifying Gel. So this sounded wonderful, except I think it's geared for oily skin, which I don't have. And I love their ice wash cleanser, so I'm like, why mess with something that's already good? So I did decide to pass on it in the end. Okay, so I've heard that this Skin Silk Skin Loving Serum Foundation from Revolution is really, really good. I contemplated buying it. Again, I literally have a little container here with all the foundations I bought in the last few weeks, so I really can't justify buying more, but I've heard it's really good, and I feel like I consistently keep hearing that Revolution makes good foundation, so maybe I will go back and try something that they already have, or maybe they'll come out with something new that I cannot say no to, but for now it is a skip for me. Okay, here's something that I really, really wanted, but I just couldn't justify another liquid blush. So these are the Maneater Satin Blush Cheek Plumps from Tarte. Now I have the originals. I think I have 2 of them, and I just thought they were adding to the shade range, but it turns out these are like the satin blushes, and there's some really interesting shades. That shade Plum, I don't think I would ever consider picking that up, but I think it's so beautiful. It looks amazing on a deep skin tone. Tarte has a model here that they're showing it on. So these look so pretty. I'm so intrigued, but in the end I decided to pass on them because I just couldn't justify owning more of the same. I also decided to skip on the Trendmood box. I feel like I was so into them when they first launched, but they were also more like makeup heavy, or at least they were more full of makeup that I was interested in. So I don't know if that's why I haven't been interested in these newer ones, but this has the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, Danessa Myricks Color Fix, e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Highlight Beauty Wand, Beauty Blender in a limited edition set, ColourPop Super Shock, Benefit Liquid Lip Blush and Cheek Tint. So yeah, these are just products I'm not that interested in. Overall, I think it's a great deal, but I did go ahead and pass on that, and I haven't bought any for a long time. Next, this also was something I really, really wanted, but I couldn't figure out what shade to get, so I did pass on it. You know, this one might be one I could see myself being persuaded to throw into a Juvia's Place order, or if it comes to Ulta, I could see myself throwing it into an Ulta order. But for now, I haven't cracked, so I'm counting it as a win. These are the blush lighters from Juvia's Place. They're a buildable, radiant, pigmented, and blendable formulation in complementary hues, and it just is supposed to be super gorgeous. I have a friend who said I needed this, and I trust them, so yeah, I could totally see myself throwing this into a cart in the future, but for now, I didn't get them, so I'm counting it. Okay, next we have the new reformulated MAC lipsticks. I'm so curious about these because these lipsticks were iconic when I first started watching beauty YouTube. I've owned a few of these in my time as well. So yeah, I definitely thought about buying one, but I'm on my loose lipstick no buy, so I did decide to skip, but I would love to hear if you picked one up. This is another one that I wanted. I literally added it to the cart, and then I was like, are you sure this is gonna look good on you? This is the Lunar New Year Dragon highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I bought their previous highlighter that came in the white packaging, and I thought it was okay. Like, it wasn't anything like the Amrezy highlighter. So I thought it was okay. And then this one, I thought, oh my god, the packaging's cute. Oh my god, the embossing's cute. But then when I saw the swatch, I was like, I don't think that's going to look good on my skin tone. So I managed to talk myself out of it, but I kind of low-key wish I had like unlimited money so I could buy it, but I'm also glad I passed on it. Okay, friends, so that is it for my January 2024 anti-haul. It's the first one of the year. I hope you guys enjoyed hearing me talk about the products that I passed on, the products I really wanted that I passed on, and definitely let me know if there was something that you were eyeing that you decided to skip on. I love chatting to you guys in the comment section. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video very, very soon. Bye, friends!